A 47-year-old pregnant woman has died at the maternity ward of a hospital in Yerevan. The woman, who had become pregnant with 2 fetuses as a result of artificial insemination, had been diagnosed with mild preeclampsia. During the cesarean section that was conducted during the 35th week of this woman's pregnancy, she stopped breathing and her blood pressure dropped. Despite all efforts to save her life, she was pronounced dead 1.5 hours later. Armenian Ministry of Foreign Affairs spokesperson Anna Naghdalyan had a press briefing on Monday. According to her, the co-chairs of the OSCE Minsk Group will be in Yerevan on Monday and Tuesday as part of a regional visit. As she noted, they will also travel from Yerevan to Nagorno-Karabakh. She also said that Bulgarian Foreign Minister Ekaterina Zakharieva will visit Armenia on October 28th, while Armenian Foreign Minister Zohrab Mnatsakanyan will take part in a meeting of foreign ministers of the International Organization of Francophonie, which will be held on October 30th and 31st in Monaco. Touching upon Armenia's relations with Georgia and Iran, she said, "We view Georgia and Iran on the same plane and attach great importance to developing relations and dynamic dialogue with both neighbors." The FM also spokesperson offered condolences to Japan on Typhoon Hagibis that struck the country. "We offer our condolences and support to Japan, the families and relatives of the victims. We wish speedy recovery to all the injured," she said. She also touched upon the Syrian issue and said that the Armenian embassy in Damascus and the Consulate General of Aleppo were working in emergency mode. Asked to comment on whether the Armenian authorities were considering sending troops to Syria, Anna Naghdalyan noted various options and scenarios for the development of events and how to help compatriots on how to help the peaceful Syrian population are being considered, but the scenario you have indicated is not among those considered. To note, Jiray Reisyan, an Armenian member of the Syrian parliament, told NEWS.am that in national politics, Armenia should play its practical role in the matter of Turkish invasion of Syria and for the benefit of the Syrian people, the Syrian government. The European Court of Human Rights has accepted a request for an advisory opinion from the Constitutional Court, the CC, of Armenia and has constituted a grand chamber of 17 judges to consider it. The aforesaid request was submitted based on the appeals by the Yerevan Court of First Instance and Second President Robert Kocharyan, and on the cases which the Constitutional Court has accepted for consideration along the lines of the criminal case into the events that occurred in Yerevan in March 2008. The Venice Commission stated the provisions of the Istanbul Convention and Armenia's constitution. According to the statement, there are no provisions in the Istanbul Convention that could be said to contradict the constitution of Armenia. On the contrary, the main obligation of the convention to prevent and combat any form of violence against women and domestic violence already follows from the constitution and many other human rights treaties to which Armenia is a party. The Armenian national football team faced Friday Liechtenstein in Vaduz, and the squad missed a win. The game ended in a 1-1 tie. Later, the Armenian squad left for Finland. According to the current standings, Armenia are third with 10 points in their group. Meanwhile, Russia booked their spot at the Euro 2020 final after defeating Cyprus 5-0 and secured second place in their Group L with 21 points. The first team in this group was Belgium with 8 wins.